Hello Boss Squad, welcome to my YouTube channel, High Heels and Hustle. If this is your first time here, my name is Latoya and I'm here to help businesses, entrepreneurs and freelancers to make their goals and dreams a reality. I currently run 4 businesses. I have a wedding and events business called Special Touch, a personal gift shopping service called Latoya's Boutique. I have a clothing line. So if you want to get your version of this High Heels and Hustle t-shirt, check the link in the description of this video. We have an array of different designs. We have clothes and accessories as well. So go and get yours. And I also have a media agency called LB Media. So I have had to overcome fear and anxiety to start my business, to be an entrepreneur and a freelancer as well. So in today's video, I want to give you 5 tips of how you can overcome the very same fears that I had to overcome. Stay tuned. So first and foremost, what are you afraid of? There's a saying that says you cannot defeat an enemy that you won't confront. But how do you know what you're confronting if you don't know what you are afraid of? So first and foremost, identify what you are afraid of. Now that can differ depending on who you are. For some people, the fear is that they will fail in their business. For some people, their fear is that they will invest their money and they'll lose the money. For some people, it's a fear of standing on a stage in front of people, having to talk, depending on what your business is going to be. So first and foremost, identify what your fear is, and then we can progress with addressing and overcoming that fear. Secondly, identify where the root of that fear came from. Now that might sound similar to number 1, but it is really very different. So for example, I'm a visual learner, so let me give you some visualization. Okay, so for example, if your fear is standing on stage and having to speak in front of a group of people, that is the fear, but that may have stemmed from when you were 5 years old and your teacher asked you to present your homework in front of the class and you had an accident in front of the class and you've been mortified ever since then, so now you will not get up and stand and speak in front of people. That is the root of your fear. So once you've identified what the root of your fear is, you will be able to counteract that. You'll be able to challenge that. And if that is your situation, for example, you now need to tell yourself, I'm not that 5-year-old boy anymore. I'm not that 5-year-old girl anymore. I have grown above that. I am now a 30-odd-year-old woman, I'm now an 18-year-old girl. I've overcome that, and you can begin to speak positive affirmations. For me personally, positive affirmations have done wonders for me. Now as a Christian, some of those positive affirmations come from the Bible, but I do also find positive quotes as well, which really have helped me to overcome the fears that were stopping me from being an entrepreneur and business owner. Number 3, what is the worst that can happen? Sometimes our biggest fear is fear of the unknown. So I gave an example earlier about perhaps your fear is that you will invest all of your money into this business because it requires X amount of thousands to do, and you're going to lose all of that money. Okay, so what's the worst that can happen? I like to learn from people who have gone before me, and I don't know if you've ever heard Simon Cowell's story, but he has an amazing story. Some years ago, he started a business and it didn't work out and he lost everything, and he had to move back in with his mum and dad as a middle-aged man. But he didn't give up. He kept on pushing, he kept on fighting, and now if I say Simon Cowell, he is a household name in the UK, in America, and really around the world. So what is the worst that can happen? Sometimes we can be afraid of the unknown, but sometimes when that unknown happens, it pushes us into destiny and it pushes us into something bigger and something greater. Number 4 is to recognize that failure happens to everybody at some point in their life. Everybody will fail at something. It is a part of life. And there's a saying that says failure is an event, not a person. And again, being a visual learner, I'm gonna visualize this for you, okay? Now, imagine I'm walking down the street and I happen to trip and fall over and land on the floor. Now, I have 2 choices. An event has happened that has caused me to stumble and to fall. I can sit there and die, or I can get up and keep walking. That is how I look at failure. It's an event, it's something that happened. It may have been embarrassing, it may have hurt, but at the end of the day, if I can get back up and I can move forward, that is what I'm going to do. So please remember that failure does not define you. In fact, if you listen to some of the biggest business owners in the world, some of the world's most renowned business owners, they will tell you that some of their biggest failures is what has led them to where they are today. So failure sometimes can actually be that thing that propels you into something bigger and something greater. So don't be afraid of failure. Step out, do what you need to do, put in your research. I'm not saying to you to step out today and just create a business without the research. No. Do your due diligence, but don't let fear of failure stop you from doing what you need to do. And number 5 is, of course, just start. Just start. The very thing that you are afraid of could prove to be nothing to be afraid of. You could step out there and you could create something amazing that just takes off. The world is waiting for your dreams, your ideas to be manifested. The world is waiting for it. And as I said, even if it doesn't work the first time, that's okay. Learn from the mistakes, learn from the failures, get up and try again. Get up and try again until you eventually get to where you want to be. So that's it from me in this video. They are my 5 tips of how you can overcome fear and anxiety with becoming an entrepreneur, freelancer, or starting your own business. And as I said at the beginning of this video, these are some of the things that I had to do to overcome the very same fears. I wish you all the very best with your entrepreneurial journey, your freelance journey, and your business. And if there's anything that we can do to help at LB Media, check out the link in the description of this video. Also, make sure you subscribe to High Heels and Hustle, where we will be giving you more great content to help you on your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.